think there's much left to do. Besides talk to Henrik, so set the alarm. I hate that alarm clock.
Nancy, you have brought me back to my work.
You recognize the riddle then?
I've been working like a fiend. Look at the board.
Alright, this is what he wrote. And that's the password to his little disc. And then, this is the riddle. Blah, 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 blah. I'll explain it later.
This has something to do with the plot at the museum, Nancy. I'm sure of it.
What is the prison of stone?
It's a tomb. Pakal called it a prison because it was designed to prevent the Whisperer's soul from entering the underworld.
That's kind of creepy.
The Whisperer came from a distinguished line of royal scribes. I can't seem to remember her name, but I do recall that she wrote an account of Maya history that greatly angered Pakal because of the way it depicted his ascent to the throne.
How did Pakal wish to be depicted?
From the age of 12, when he came to the throne, Pakal claimed to be divinely appointed the first true authentic king of the Maya. Then, the Whisperer came along and wrote that Pakal was only king because his mother pulled some strings. It was quite a blow to Pakal's image.
So he put her in a stone prison?
Pakal swore that the Whisperer's words would never see the light of day. He put her body, her soul, and her writings all in a tomb and locked it up tight.
Wait, Henrik, a prison of stone? We're not talking about the monolith, are we?
That's the idea.
Whoa.
Does anyone else know about this?
Good question. I'm certain that there's a dirty rat trying to get into that tomb. This is where memory fizzles out. If I could only figure out why I took the Pakal.
That's mighty convenient that you forget that.
Do you think there is anyone I can trust?
Please don't breathe a word of this. There's too much at stake.
Henrik, I need to know where you put the Pakal carving.
I don't know.
Have you ever been part of a smuggling racket?
I don't know.
You rest up. I'll be back.
Be careful.
Okay, now we got the password to his disc. Let's get on that. And we get a whole slew of information from that thing. Oh, it's already in there. Stone. Ding ding. Oh, this is the that riddle again. It's your clue on how to open up the monolith. Now there's just to open up the monolith. Wow, why can't I remember that word? And the Pakal carving was one of them. Which one was it? Yeah, Pakal. And then you got the Copan Fool. We got to radio that one in. West, Henry Daddle owns it, so we're gonna call them. East. How do we get that one? I don't know. Oh, I remember. Okay, we find it later. South, Rutherford has that one, and north, the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center has that one. So let's call some contacts. What's this? Oh. Okay. First, I'm gonna call the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the theft that happened there recently.
Are you the press?
No, I'm a detective investigating a similar crime in Washington, D.C.
This is Sheila Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss, and the police here have no leads.
Beach Hill was robbed too. We lost one of our prized jade carvings.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if the robberies are connected. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
I heard the thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. Is that true?
Yes, it was very gruesome. It looked like blood, but according to the police analysis, the print was made with a mercuric sulfide paste.
Do you know of any symbolic meaning attached to a red hand?
Don't walk, don't go there, talk to the hand, my 15-year-old would say.
Oh, that's
Really?
funny.
I haven't the slightest idea.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian artifacts that were excavated right from this area.
Do you have a list of the stolen pieces?
I know those pieces like the back of my hand. There were 3 pottery pieces, a small stone figurine with a snake head, and an ornamental jade carving.
I'm interested in the jade carving. What did it look like?
It was highly unusual. There was a glyph on it that no one could translate. Until we hired Henrik Vanderheun, that is. His opinion was that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place-named glyph for this area. As you can imagine, we regarded it as something of a regional treasure.
Could you send me a photo of that jade carving so I can take a look at the glyph?
I'm afraid I sent our only print off to the insurance company. They said they'd return it, but who knows when our claim will be processed. I'm sorry.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Okay, now we're gonna call Henry Daddle. He's got all the carvings. So 555533195.
Daddle residence.
Hi, may I speak to Henry Daddle, please?
Speaking.
Mr. Daddle, my name is Nancy Drew. This is a long shot, but I'm calling regarding a Maya artifact that was bought at auction in 1898 by one Henry Albert Daddle. Does that ring any bells?
Henry Albert Daddle Sr. was my great-grandfather. You're talking about the jade carving, right?
Yes, exactly. Wow, I can't believe my luck.
Well, it's a lucky life if you ask me. So what can I do for you?
Oops.
I'm wondering if the artifact is still in the family.
Forgive me, Miss Drew. Who are you exactly?
I'm a detective investigating the recent theft of another Maya jade carving at Beach Hill.
I see. Well, I was the last to inherit the carving, but my daughter Penelope was so intrigued with it that I gave it to her. I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to you about it. Why don't you give her a call on her line? It's 555-3197.
Will do. Thanks, Mr. Daddle.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Let's call her.